Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at the new legendary gems in Diablo Immortal. Let's go. So with this major update, we've gained 3 new legendary gems, a 1-star, a 2-star and a 5-star gem. We're going to be looking at each of these today at rank 10 and also at rank 1 to have a look at all the facts and actual figures for each gem. So to begin with, we're going to look at all 3 of the new gems at rank 10. So these are what I have equipped within this build. So in total, you can see my resonance here, and we're going to start off with HAVOC Bearer, which is the 1-star gem. So with this gem, this increases resonance by 150 plus 44 combat rating. Using a dash skill increases your damage by 18% and your attack speed by 4% for 2 seconds. Cannot occur more often than once every 6 seconds and increases chance to find magic items by 5%. So this one will be pretty good for people that use dash skills in their build and are maybe free to play or low spender in game. Maybe good in PvP as well as PvE, and I've got this in my build as I have got a dash skill equipped. Mercy's Harvest is the 2-star gem. This increases resonance by 366 combat rating. Damaging enemies below 30% life conjures a scythe-wielding Reaper to cleave through nearby enemies, dealing 145% base damage plus 587 to enemies within the area. Additionally, enemies slain by the Reaper increase your damage done by 2% for 30 seconds, stacking up 6 times. Cannot occur more often than once every 6 seconds. And then lastly, we have Golden Firmament, which is the 5-star gem, and this is also at rank 10. Dealing damage grants you Ascendance for 6 seconds, increasing your evasion rating by 12% and causing you to unleash 3 blasts of wind at random nearby enemies every second, dealing 110% base damage plus 486 to enemies they hit. Enemies struck by multiple blasts take 75% reduced damage from subsequent hits. Cannot occur more often than once every 20 seconds. So that is the only information that I have for this gem currently. You can see there's nothing else in this description, but once it's in game, you'll be able to get a little bit more information on that as well. So now let's take a look at rank 1 of this 1-star and 2-star gem. So HAVOC Bearer increases resonance by 15 plus 8 combat rating. Using a dash skill increases your damage for 6% for 2 seconds. Cannot occur more often than once every 6 seconds. Increases the chance to find magic items by 5% at rank 5 and increase your attack speed by 1% at rank 3. So I'm only going to show you the 1 and 2-star gems because obviously the description for the 5-star doesn't show up. Mercy's Harvest for this one, increased resonance by 30 plus 12 combat rating. Damaging enemies below 30% life conjures a scythe-wielding Reaper to cleave through nearby enemies, dealing 50% base damage plus 587 to enemies within the area. Cannot occur more often than once every 6 seconds. Increases chance to find magic items by 10% at rank 5. And enemies slain by the Reaper increase your damage done by 0.5% for 30 seconds at rank 3. So that's what we're working with at rank 1 for both of these gems. Obviously, if you're free to play, you might not be able to upgrade them straight away if they are gems that you're going to look at using. We're now going to test these out. So the rank 2 gem or quality 2 gem, I'm not going to be able to test at the dummy because obviously that Reaper isn't going to appear unless we're at enemies below 30% life. So we'll test that in open world, but we're going to test the 5-star gem out here. And as you just saw, this is the only gem that I have equipped for this test. So you can see it's triggering here. So I'm not going to do a certain amount of time for testing. I just wanted to see the damage it deals when it triggers. So actually the damage here is really high from that gem. You can see the legendary gem on its own has actually done more damage than any of the skills I have equipped. So yeah, super high damage from that gem, which is kind of surprising because I didn't realize how much damage it was actually dealing. And that is with just the gem equipped on its own. Obviously this is at rank 10, so that's not realistic for a lot of people. Not many people are going to be able to get to rank 10, and also it will take a long time to get to rank 10 if you are even if you are a spender with that. So now let's take a look at the quality 2 or the 2-star gem in open world and see the effect from this Reaper. So you just saw it trigger there, and yeah, you can see some of the damage numbers from this as well. So the visual effect from this 2-star gem is one of those blink and you'll miss it things. It doesn't actually display on the screen for more than 1 second, or for just, it's kind of up for just under 1 second. So here I've slowed this down so you'll be able to see it again. So there is the gem triggering. You can see the first hit is 40,000, so 41,000 was the highest hit. And then the damage goes down to 20,000 and then 4,000 as well from that. So that's just to give you an idea of the damage numbers on it, because obviously, as I said, you can't really test this at the test dummy simply because it only triggers when the enemy is below 30% life. So we're now also going to look at the 1-star gem in open world. So let's just swap this over now. So this is the HAVOC bearer, and this one should have our damage increased from using a dash skill. Now I have one dash skill equipped, which is Sunder. You can see here it is dash. So as I've said before in other videos, when you change the essences on your skills, make sure that you have the right effect on that skill that you're looking for. If you don't have a dash skill in your build, this gem won't trigger for you. So obviously, as I said, when you use a dash skill, your damage is increased, and that definitely looks right because I've just used the dash skill there and the damage was pretty high. We took down those monsters pretty quickly compared to before actually using that dash. So that does seem to work pretty well. Also, we're going to now teleport back to Westmarch and also test this 1-star gem at the dummy, as we will be able to see the damage from it there too. Now, I believe that when we test this gem, it's not actually going to show the legendary gem damage separately because it is increasing the skill damage. So it should just show a higher damage on those skills. So what we're going to do is we're going to test the 1-star gem out on its own first. And then we're going to remove that gem and just test without any gems equipped whatsoever, so that we can compare to see if the damage number overall is slightly higher. So for this, I'm going to do a 30-second burst with the gem and a 30-second burst without the gem. So coming up to the 30-second mark now. So with the legendary gem, we've got 7.6 million damage, and you can see there is no damage showing for the legendary gems there. So I do have it equipped still, as you can see. That is the only one that we do have equipped. So I've got it on the chest there. So now what we'll do is we will actually remove that gem and see if there's any difference in the damage. In theory, the damage should be lower without it because it's not going to be boosting the damage from any of those skills. So we'll just reset this and then test again with the HAVOC bearer removed. So gem removed, we've got no gems equipped whatsoever now. And we're going to test this again, obviously starting with the dash skill again. And then, yeah, see if the damage numbers are any different. So once again, coming up to the 30-second mark, and in 30 seconds, we've got 6.5 million damage. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to press pause on time, but 6.5 million was the damage at 30 seconds exactly. So there is less damage without that gem equipped. It was interesting to test this out again once it's live in game and in my normal gem setup, because I'd be interested to see if I can actually gain higher stats from that on a character that is generally stronger anyway. This character doesn't have full essence mastery or anything like that, so the skills aren't as powerful as they would be on my normal main character. Now, one other thing I do want to show you today is gem power transfer. So this can now be done on the 1 and 2-star gems as well as on the 5-star gems. So extracting the power of a legendary gem will render the gem dormant. The extracted gem power will be bound or unbound depending on the gem extracted. And you can use this, as I said, from a 1-star or 2-star gem now as well. It's not just for 5-star gems anymore. So they have updated that. This will be huge again for people that are free to play or low spender, people that have gems just sat in their stash that they're unsure what to do with. And yeah, maybe they don't want to scrap the gem completely. Maybe they just want to use the power from that gem. I'm probably going to do this at some point with some of my 5-star gems because, for example, Gloom Clask, I know that you will all kill me if I actually scrap that gem completely, but that gem power is just sitting there not being used, and I have other gems that I would like to upgrade. So it tells you here as well about the dormant gems and obviously about the auxiliary gems and crafting as well. So that is all on the little information tab at the Apprentice Jeweler at the top. And yeah, I think this update is huge. So as I said, you can now extract the gem power from 1-star and 2-star quality gems, not just your 5-star gems. So that is it from me today. I hope you found this video helpful. If you want me to test them out once I have them in game on my normal character as well, let me know. Obviously, I will not be getting the 5-star to rank 10. But for now, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.